Welcome student on another video lecture. Today's topic is evaluation of herbal drug. In that today we are going to study chemical evaluation of drug to determine its active constituent by various chemical tests. There are various methods which comes under chemical evaluation. First is chemical test, second is individual constituent chemical test, third one is microchemical test and fourth one is instrumental method. Chemical tests, these are like acid value, iodine value, ester value used for identification of fixed oil and fat. Fixed oil and fat are identified by these tests. Individual chemical constituent tests, these are the tests which are used to identify particular active constituent present in the drug as well as which type of secondary metabolites they are present in the drug extract, that should be identified by using this chemical constituent test. For example, alkaloids, test for alkaloids, test for glycoside, tannin, resin, all these comes under this class. Instrumental method, they make use of various instruments for evaluation like chromatography, colorimetry, fluorimetry, spectrophotometry. All these are the various methods which are used to determine the which type of active constituent which are present in the particular extract as well as characterization of that complete active constituent, then what is the functional group which is present and what is the complete chemical structure of that particular active constituent which is present in the extract, that should be studied by using this instrumental method. Microchemical tests, these are the tests which are performed on slide. For example, eugenol in clove oil is precipitated as potassium eugenate crystal. So eugenol, which is the important constituent which is present in the clove oil, and that active constituent when is precipitated with potassium eugenate crystal, and that crystals are formed and that crystals are seen under the microscope, and from that we can identify the drug as well as we can determine the quality of the drug. Same way, if any drug contains starch grain, and starch grain will determine its quality. For example, ginger powder. So when we are adding a staining reagent on that ginger powder and seen under the microscope, and the starch grains which are present in that, they will get blue color due to iodine, and from that we can determine the starch grains are present. So it will determine the quality and purity of the sample. Chemical evaluation consists of qualitative and quantitative methods. Qualitative tests, which are the chemical test to identify the nature of compound present in the drug. For example, test for alkaloids, they are Mayer test, Reichentrop test, Hager's test, Wagner's test. Test for glycosides and sugar, which includes Braun-Trager's test, Molish test, Barget test, Legal test, Killer-Kilani test. Test for phytosterol, which include Lieberman's Butcher test. Test for tannins and phenol, ferric chloride test. Test for protein and amino acid, Millen's test, Biuret test, Ninhydrin test. Test for gums and mucilage. That will include also swelling index. Swelling index will determine the quality of the drug also. So all these are the different tests which comes under the qualitative evaluation of the drug. After that, phytochemical investigation, the plant material which is to be investigated or to identified or to evaluate, for that phytochemical behavior involves following stages. First is procurement of raw material and quality control. Whatever the raw material which is used to study or to evaluate, that should be procured and the quality should be maintained till complete evaluation of that particular drug. After procurement of raw material, then extraction is done. Extraction is done by various methods are available. For example, maceration, percolation, oxalate extraction, decoction. All these are microwave assisted extraction. Different methods are there. By using the suitable method, the extract is prepared. After preparation of extract, the purification of extract is done by distillation method or sometimes recrystallization or crystallization, recrystallization, filtration. All these are used for purification of extract. And after that, characterization of pharmaceutically active constituent. Suppose you are taking any drug and in that which active constituent is present. For example, clove contains eugenol as a volatile oil which is the active constituent. So complete characterization up to determination of the chemical structure of that particular drug, that will include characterization of pharmaceutically active constituent. In process, quality control. During complete evaluation process, quality control should be maintained. Investigation of biosynthetic pathways to particular compound and quantitative evaluation. Which biosynthetic pathway is followed by that particular plant to synthesize that particular constituent, that should be also studied under phytochemical investigation. After that, quantitative evaluation, how much quantity of active constituent which is present in that particular amount of extract. Suppose 10 gram of extract is there, in that 10 gram of extract how much amount of active constituent which is responsible for producing therapeutic effect that is present, that will be the quantitative evaluation of extract as well as active constituent. Now the fresh plant material which is taken, that is homogenized with methanol and water. The ratio is 4:1. Suppose 40 ml of methanol is taken, 10 ml of water, then powder drug is taken and it is homogenized for few minutes and then it is filtered. After filtration, the inert insoluble material which is written on the filter paper, that is a mark. That mark is extracted several times with ethyl acetate and combined and filtered. All the extracts are combined and it is filtered and it is extracted several times with ethyl acetate. Now the filtrate you are getting below the phenyl, that filtrate is concentrated to 1/8 of volume under vacuum and acidified and extract exhaustively with chloroform. So concentrated to 1/8 of the complete volume, and after that acidification is done by concentrated H2SO4 or HCl, then that then it is extracted with chloroform. After extraction with chloroform, it will produce two layer. One layer is of chloroform extract and another layer is of acid. Now the acid layer is basified to the pH above 8 by ammonium hydroxide and extracted with chloroform is to methanol 3:1 and chloroform. So the acid layer, the pH should be adjusted, that is basic pH is adjusted above 8 by ammonium hydroxide and it is extracted with chloroform and methanol mixture and the ratio is 3:1. Chloroform extract moderately polar compound, terpenoids, glycoside, phenolic compound etc. on evaporation. Now that chloroform extract you are getting, that is moderately polar compound, terpenoids, glycoside or phenolic compounds, and which get on evaporation you are getting that chloroform extract, and in that chloroform extract which type of secondary metabolites are dissolved, that is terpenoids, glycoside or phenolic compound. Now again it is extracted with chloroform and methanol. Now that chloroform methanol extract is evaporated and it will get a basic extract. Basic extract you are getting by evaporating the chloroform methanol extract, and aqueous layer, that is evaporated and extracted with methanol and it contains quaternary alkaloids and oxides. Quaternary alkaloids are present in that acidic layer. So the acidic layer which is obtained, which is basified, after basification it is again extracted with chloroform and methanol. After extraction with chloroform and methanol, the chloroform methanol extract is evaporated and you are getting a basic extract, and another layer, that is aqueous layer, which is again extracted with methanol and it will get quaternary alkaloidal compound. and the mark which is you are getting and which is extracted with ethyl acetate and combine all the filtrate, that residue contains polysaccharide, whereas the filtrate on evaporation and neutralization it will extract lipid. So on evaporation and neutralization it will extract lipid. In this way the complete extraction process is performed on the plant material to get different types of extract. After preparation of extract, now the different chemical tests that we have already covered, that is test for alkaloid, test for glycoside, test for tannins, phenolic compound, phytosterol, all these tests are performed to see whether that compound is present or not. After that, quantitative chemical evaluation. Quantitative tests include chemical assays and chromatographic method which are used to quantify the chemical compound present in the crude drug. Now, after qualitative analysis by different chemical tests, that you will understand that this particular extract contain alkaloid, or this will contain glycoside, or this will contain tannin. Now how much amount of glycosides are present, how much amount of alkaloids are present, which alkaloidal compound is present, and what is the active constituent which is present in the drug that will be giving particular therapeutic effect, that complete quantitative evaluation it will comes under various chromatographic techniques, spectrophotometric technique, or sometimes fluorimetry, colorimetry. All these are the techniques which are used for complete characterization of that compound as well as extract. Now that chromatographic technique which includes thin layer chromatography, HPTLC, high performance thin layer chromatography, column chromatography, high pressure liquid chromatography, and gas liquid chromatography. These are the certain example or certain chromatographies. They are generally used for separation, identification and quantification of the extract. The TLC has become a most important analytical tool for separation and isolation of natural product. So this is generally used for identification and separation of various constituent which is present in the natural product, that means natural drug extract. It is simple method, economical, rapid method to analyze extract and carry out the fingerprinting of sample by using standard or marker compound. So how the TLC is prepared? The basic principle is TLC is adsorption chromatography, and a TLC plate is there, silica gel plate is there which is used as a stationary phase, and the mixture of solvent whatever the compound is there, and to separate there are different types of solvent according to the nature. Polar and non-polar solvent mixture is used, that is used as a mobile phase. So two phases are there, one is stationary phase and another is mobile phase. Now the sample or extract which is to be separated and which type of active constituent which are present in the extract, that is applied on the TLC plate from by using capillary. The distance from the bottom is 1 centimeter, and that from bottom 1 centimeter distance you have to apply the extract by means of capillary in the form of spot or in the form of band. After application of the extract or sample, then if any marker compound is present, from the literature survey you know that that particular drug or extract contains such type of active constituent, and if the marker compound of that active constituent is present, then the marker compound is also applied. After application, then the mobile phase is prepared and allow the mobile phase to saturate. After saturation of that, then the place that TLC plate in the mobile phase and allow the mobile phase to run over the stationary phase. So those solvent which have lower affinity towards stationary phase and lower adsorption, they will move faster, whereas those having higher affinity for adsorption on the stationary phase as well as affinity for stationary phase, they will move slower. In this way the different constituents which are present in the extract, they will separate or move at different rates over the stationary phase, and in this way separation of different constituents which are present in the extract, it is carried out. After separation of different constituents, then it will be detected by using retention factor, that is RF value is calculated. If any constituent which is present in the drug that matches with the marker compound, then it will indicate that this compound is this. By comparison between marker and active constituent, the constituent can be determined or identified, or otherwise RF value is calculated, and that RF value should be compared with the RF value which is given in the official book, and from that also the compound is identified. RF value is calculated. The formula is distance travelled by solute upon distance travelled by solvent, that will give the retention factor. Now second is high performance thin layer chromatography. It is one of the very useful method for qualitative and quantitative analysis of plant extract, and it is the advanced form of TLC with shorter time and precise result. So high performance thin layer chromatography is because the thin layer chromatography which is performed, that is on lab scale and it is manually performed, so there will be chances of error will occur and exact results are not obtained due to some error occur during the procedure, and for that reason high performance thin layer chromatography is there, which is completely operated by a machine which is not done manually, and for that reason we are getting the exact result as well. Qualitative as well as quantitative both analysis is done under this high performance thin layer chromatography of plant extract. So whatever the plant extract is there, the injector, sample injector is there. By using that sample injector and syringe, the sample is applied on the TLC plate. Now that TLC plate is placed in the chamber which is saturated with mobile phase. Allow the mobile phase to run over the sample allow the mobile phase to run over the stationary phase, and in this way the separation of different constituent will takes place. After that the plate is removed, it is dried and it is placed in the detector for its qualitative and quantitative analysis. Then you are getting the RF value of each and every constituent. If any marker compound is there, that comparison study also you are getting. After that, how much quantity of each constituent is present by using the graph, and it should give the lambda max also, what is the wavelength of that particular compound, that is also you are getting. And in this way complete fingerprinting is done by using high performance thin layer chromatography. It is both qualitative and quantitative. Which constituent is present, that can also be identified, and how much amount of that active constituent which is present in the extract, that can also be determined. High performance liquid chromatography, it is one of the most versatile, safest, dependable, fastest and sensitive chromatographic technique for the quality control of drug. The term liquid chromatography refers to those methods where separation takes place in a packed column which act as a stationary phase and mobile phase is used as element. In HPLC, the mobile phase is forced through the column under high pressure. So it is a high pressure liquid chromatography. The complete mobile phase is continuously running over the column and the sample is injected through the pump, and you have to stop the flow, insert the sample or inject the sample by means of sample injector, and again start the flow of pump through which the mobile phase is continuously running. Now the sample will run over the stationary phase. As it will run over the stationary phase, according to the affinity towards the stationary phase, the different constituents which are present in the extract, they will move at different rates, and in this way they will separate on the column, and each column and each constituent will give a peak. For example, catechin will give a lambda peak at 270 lambda max. It will give a peak, and it is very specific, and from that we can identify the drug. So, and that peak is observe on the computer, and it is detected by the detector, observe on the computer, and you screen, and you can easily identify the drug by using this technique. As well as it is used for separation of different constituents which are present in the drug, as well as quantification of different constituents which are present in the drug by running over the column. So the extract will run over the column, and according to the affinity towards the stationary phase, different constituent will run at different rates, and they will get separated, and when they will reach to their lambda max, they will produce a peak, and that from that we can identify the drug, and it will be separate through the column. Different constituent we can collect in as they will get separate on the column. In this way it will use for quantification, separation and identification of compound. Mobile phase is used as eluent, and it is a the liquid which will flow, mobile phase which will flow, that will under pressure. So it is also known as high pressure liquid chromatography. Next one is gas liquid chromatography. GLC is the most selective and versatile form of gas chromatography. Commonly it is used in assay and analysis of starting material and drug substances, quantification of drug substances in formulation, and assays of impurities and solvent in the drug substance. For that, gas liquid chromatography is used. So the gas is used as gas is used as a mobile phase in this case, and solid stationary phase is used. Again the sample is move over the column, and it will get separated, and in this way it is used for separation. Also it is used for assay of impurities. After that, column chromatography. Basically it is a liquid chromatography in which mobile phase in the form of liquid pass over the stationary phase packed in the column. Column is made of either glass or metal. It is the oldest method and most commonly practiced method for isolation of pure compound. So to isolate pure compound, this column chromatography technique is used. In that, silica gel G powder for column chromatography, which is used as a stationary phase which is packed in the column, and the mobile phase is mixture of solvent which is used for separation of different constituent which is present in the extract. Now saturate the column with the mobile phase. After saturation of the column, then add extract from the top of the column, and those having lower affinity for the stationary phase as well as lower adsorption, they will move faster over the column, and they will come out from the tab below the column, and those having more affinity for the stationary phase and more absorption, they will move slower on the column, and they will get retained later. In this way, the different constituent will get separated by using this column, and in this way the pure compounds can be isolated by using column chromatography. So these are the various techniques which are used for separation, identification and quantification of different active constituents which are present in the extract. Thank you.